Welcome back to Sip with Joy. And if it is your first time joining, welcome. Uh oh. Thomas, you were not supposed to come off mute. I hear you in the background. Um, Welcome back to Sip with Joy. I am your host, Joy M. Hutton. See, now he threw my whole intro off. I am your host, Joy M. Hutton. This is a show about a girl, her wine, and her feelings. And I am that girl. And I'm excited about today's episode today. Happy Solar Eclipse Day, everybody. Hello, Star. Listen, I was actually able to catch a glimpse of it, and it's so beautiful. Nature is so beautiful. And I cannot remember the last time that I actually saw an eclipse, but it was pretty exciting. Anyway, y'all be safe out there because emotions are high because of this solar eclipse. Folks are real on edge, and city girls is beefing. I don't know what's going on, but so y'all be safe out there, okay? It's a little too much. All right, so the title of today's episode is "Bish Better Have My Money." All right, because men think we want all we want is they coins, and when do we get to this? So I am going to be joined today by Mayor Thomas, host of the Mayor's Lounge Show, and we're going to talk about this topic and the plight of the independent woman and just dating in general. And I know that he is going to give us the real because he always speaks his mind. So I'm going to bring our guest on. Hello, welcome, Mayor Thomas.
Sure, how you doing?
Before we get started, I want to know what you're sipping on.
I am sipping on some cognac. This is called the Moisten Cognac VSOP.
Okay, that sounds fancy.
It's cheap, $20.
Well, it sounds fancy. Well,
But
cheers.
it does the job. It does the job.
Well, cheers to you, and
Yes,
thank you
you
for
do.
joining me on Sip with Joy. I appreciate you being here.
Thank you for
So,
having me.
so tell me about this mayor business. What's up with the mayor, Thomas, and tell the audience a little bit about your show.
So I think I can probably speak for most of us, a lot of us who have traditional names like Thomas and Jill and maybe Joy. We got our name from white people, right?
Joy is not common,
I mean,
okay?
it's, there's a lot of white joys.
Oh, what? You're rude.
No, but back in I don't know, maybe 2007, I used to work with this white guy, and I knew everybody within the company. So he was like, "Dude, you know everybody. You know the
Mm-hmm.
VPs to the janitor. You're like the mayor of Biogen."
Uh-huh.
So I took the name and I ran with it. And people, in my neighborhood, we go out, I shake hands, we walk in. People are like, "Oh, you like the mayor of Boston?" So I took it and I ran with it. I said, "You know what? This is my calling."
Okay, the mayor. All right.
Yeah.
Got it. And
Um,
what about your show?
so after that, I talk a lot of shit on Facebook. So
Mm-hmm. I
someone
believe
reached
that.
out to me and said, a friend of mine is looking for a co-host on the show. If you'd like to be a part of it, I said, why not?
Mm-hmm.
Got on the show. Show took off. It didn't work out. The radio station wanted to give me my own show, and I said, why not just call it the Mayor's Lounge?
Okay.
And when people say, why do you call it the Mayor's Lounge? I said because everybody is a mayor within their own realm.
Mm.
You own who you are, but you're also responsible for other people and the things that you say if you're trying to impact the community.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
All right. Look
that's
at
pretty much what
you.
the show is about. We talk about sports, we talk politics, we talk community activism. We bring people on with if you're a reverend, a pastor, a preacher, you
Mm-hmm.
know, doing something in the community, you got something to say. We want you on the show.
Okay. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Thomas, we were having a conversation about the state of dating because these streets are ghetto out here.
Oof.
And you brought up hypergamy. So, can you tell the audience what that is?
So I've never heard of the word hypergamy. I was in a conversation with a
Uh
young
huh.
lady, right? And she told me, I would like to be in a hypergamy situation. I'm like, what the hell is that? She
Mm-hmm.
said, well, it's pretty much simply to put it, if I'm with somebody, we both work, but he pays all the bills and I take my money and it's just for like vacations. I'm like, ain't that a bitch? hold on. So we both working, but I'm paying all the bills, and you're just paying for vacations that we might take twice a year. It's like,
Uh-huh.
no, that doesn't
Yeah.
work.
Okay, someone's telling me the volume's low on whose end, Riri, so I can fix it. Okay, so because how I understood hypergamy and am doing my research, because I had never heard of it. When I was
Right.
doing research, I saw that hypergamy was dating for social status. Like you want to date someone that's at a higher social status or someone that looks the part. And when I saw that, and after we had talked about it, I was like, what is this? So I think there's an obsession with this thing, called, the notion of power couple. Everybody's
Hmm.
obsessed with the idea of a power couple. And I feel like this was something that was bred out of that because I had never heard it before.
Yeah,
And
and I
I
think you're
think you're
right
right
when it comes to. I
I
think
think
women
women
so more. I hear a little bit of an echo.
I got it. Don't worry,
Okay.
just keep talking. I got
Um,
it.
Women like to date women who they feel as if are some type of class.
Mhm.
My husband's a doctor. My husband's a lawyer.
Yeah.
My husband owns this. He owns that. Or my husband is a professional. Yada yada yada.
Right.
Regardless if this man is making 80, $90,000, but that status or that title gives a little bit more prestige, and so women, tend to run with that. You know, in your circles, I don't know if it's bragging rights to tell your friends, "Oh, my husband is this. What does your husband do?" You know what I
Right.
mean? So it's all a facade.
Mhm.
Y'all can be deep down in debt, but he's an anesthesiologist. you know,
Right. It's all about the status. It's all
yeah,
about the status. So
absolutely.
so have you experienced hypergamy before? And if so,
Oh,
how did you
hell
respond?
no.
You
Hell,
said
anybody that knows me, my female friends, my guy friends, they know I'm very cutthroat.
yeah.
You start talking shit about money, and well, I need this, I need that, and I need a man. I'm like, yeah, nah, yeah, I ain't the one.
Yeah.
Because if we're out on the first, second date, and you're already telling me things that you want from me,
Mhm.
it's not for me. Let me be your man. Let me
Right.
provide. Let me get to know you, see who you are, before I even start offering anything to you. But you telling me
Mm.
off the rip, it's not happening.
Yeah.
Not at
Why
all.
do you feel like people are so comfortable with that? Like just out the gate expecting you to do XYZ. Listen, you need to pay for my hair, nails, all just rent. Like where does that even come from?
Joe, we both know social media didn't fuck everything all up.
Well, you're right about that.
Especially with this generation of women between the ages of, I would even go as low as 22
Mhm.
to, I don't know, 35.
Right.
They see the young Miami's, the basketball wives who are getting this bag, so called, but they're laying down for it.
Mhm.
And they're promoting, these type of things that is not realistic,
Yeah.
because the average American makes $50,000 a year, if that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Not everyone is bringing in money as people would think, but social media has people's minds just misconstrued as this is what real life is.
Yeah. And it's interesting you say that because it kills me how men, I mean, and I'm speaking because I'm a woman and I'm dealing with men, but it kills me how men automatically say, you trying to take my money, but you don't even have it to take, most of them. So how you over here thinking somebody's going to take your coins and you don't have it to take? Like everybody is not, to your point, like you said, making, you know, six figures, more than six figures. And it's like, I did a reel, right? So the
Mm.
reel was a voiceover saying, um, the guys in the DMs like, I want to get to know you, I like you, I want you, I want to get to know you. And so the woman's reply was, no, you don't. You just want to touch my private parts. This is not
But
a petting zoo. But wait, the responses to this reel, I have never seen so many negative responses to a reel in my life.
which
Like
part though?
the responses, men were like, no, you just want us to be your ATM. And I'm like, but how did it go from me not wanting you to touch my private parts, me wanting you to actually get to know me, to I want to use you as an ATM? Where?
I'm gonna blame these podcast niggas. I ain't gonna lie. Like I
Yeah.
can't stand these dudes.
Yes.
I feel like these are dudes who never got asked when they was younger, but they demonize women or they just put men and women in these situations as if it's a battle between both of us. But some of that
Mm.
stuff is true on both sides because just like you did that reel, there was a meme going around. Men are dating women for their bodies, and women are dating women for their wallet, dating men for their wallets.
Mhm.
It's kind of true because some of these girls will put it out there. Hey, how you doing? What's your name? Oh, can you pay my bills? Like, wait, what? I just asked you for your name. How do we even get there? You
Yeah.
know, so it kind of goes both ways in a sense of I don't think men are actually just trying to get in your drawers off the rip.
Yeah. Well, I don't think that's necessarily the case either, but it was just interesting to me. The response to that was when I'm saying I, I want someone to get to know me. And I also had a caption with that, like, I'm interested in someone getting to know me, not just,
Mm,
expecting sex off but people don't read. But it was also the fact that people were just responding to the real, no, you just want to use us as an ATM. And I'm like, I just don't understand how we got here. But to your point earlier, you were saying how social media plays a big role in that. You got the city girls, you got all these people, my man, my man, my man, you
right,
know,
right.
and it just really has created these false narratives. And so it just really is sad though. So
We're
let
traumatized though.
oh,
A lot of us are
everybody
traumatized.
traumatized.
Me,
Everybody is
me,
traumatized.
me sitting right here, I'm traumatized.
Yeah.
This is for real. Some of these women
Why
out
you
here, oh, they just
traumatized, Thomas? Why you
they go
traumatized?
they go straight for the gusto. Like 1 or 2 dates, they already start. They put the fillers out there.
Hmm.
Oh, I'm trying to do this, but I'm a little short on this. I was like, all right, I see what you're doing. I see exactly what you're doing right now. So I'm listening. I'm like, yeah, yeah, that's crazy. I'm telling you, we men, we talk. Y'all might not know, but we talk, and a lot of men might, you know, act as if they're with the bullshit, but they're
Hmm.
really not. Though, but we suck it up at times just to see where things would go because we might say this could be a potential. Because the truth be told, a lot of us want to be in relationships,
Mm.
but, but when you see these types of women who are just fucking it up for everybody, it's just like, okay, you're tainted. I feel like everybody else is tainted too.
Right. But you got to do it on a case by case basis. You can't
Case by
punish
case,
the
uh,
last woman you can't punish the next woman for the last woman's sins.
but it's in the back of the head.
I get it. I get it, but it's on a case by case basis and everybody is not the same. But I do understand that and I feel like what's happening is these incidents are being becoming more common, which
Hmm.
is I'm trying to just understand like where where did the breakdown occur? Like what in the hell is happening outside? Like what is really going on? You
You know
know,
what? Another thing too, a lot of things you hear sometimes is, well, my mother never had to do nothing. My father took care of everything. I'm not your goddamn daddy.
well, there's that.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And times
But
is
it's
different.
folks
We
looking
live,
for mamas too now.
huh?
It's men looking for mamas too now.
For real?
What? Come
I wonder
on.
what
I
kind of
know you
Negroes these
know.
are.
I know you know it's men like that
Nah,
out there.
nobody in my circle, nobody I've ever ran with is looking for
Listen.
somebody to take care of them. Nope,
Well,
nope.
that's good. Well, I
I
got
can't
some
even
single
say that.
friends that need some men, so let's hook people up.
I'm gonna need to see some pictures.
Well,
Because
shoot,
that's the first thing they're gonna ask for. What
they
she look
need
like?
they need to see pictures too. What you mean? Shoot.
I got some good looking single friends.
Yeah. Mhm. Okay. All right. So, okay, so outside of what we talked about, what else do you think is the problem with dating today? Do you think people have unrealistic expectations?
Absolutely. Expectancy is too soon
Like
because
what?
you're already putting things out there as if this man is obligated to do it.
Mm.
I don't know if we talked about the girl who wanted me to get her a car.
Oh, wait, you didn't tell me that story. You told me about the
Well,
one that asked you for some money
oh yeah, that shit was crazy.
after two
No,
after
but
2 weeks.
there was another one who, she kept hitting me up trying to hang out, and I was home chilling. I decided, let me get out the house. So I texted her. I said, "Hey, listen, this is where I'm going. If you want to meet me there." She wrote back and said, "Well, I'll be ready in 20 minutes. You can send me a car.
Well,
Send you
I
a
mean,
car.
send her an Uber, right?
I'm not doing none of that shit.
What?
I'm not doing
Send a
none of that.
Uber? Why not send
You,
a Uber?
you pressing me to meet with me, and I should send you a car, pay for this, pay for your hookah, pay for your drinks, pay for your meal, and then send you a car to go back home? Come on now. And this is the first time we're hanging out. The bare minimum, you can't even get there.
Yeah, I don't know. The audience can chime in on this.
The bare minimum.
I've known people who will, I don't want you to drive. I'll send an Uber for you.
Joe, I'm not
Like
doing none of that shit. You get your ass there. Because I'm
I'm
showing
so
you a
done
good time.
with
I'm being
you.
a gentleman. I'm paying for everything. I'm
Yeah,
courting you. But you
I
can't
get
even
that.
get there, you
Yeah.
know?
I,
So
that's fair. I get it. I mean, some people will go above and beyond, but maybe they're just doing that to get to the kitty cat.
okay, so that's a good point. So I feel like sometimes I'm gonna throw some of these men out under the bus too. Because these guys that do things like that, you're not consistently gonna be doing that.
Exactly.
You're showing a fake ass representative because you're not gonna be doing this every single time. You know what I mean? So once it gets to a certain point, you're gonna start to realize, oh, this chick is just trying to get shit out of me. Like what is really happening here? And then all
Mm-hmm.
that stuff slows down. So for you women who expect men to start off on a certain foot and then keep that facade up, it's not gonna happen. I'm telling you right now, sweetheart.
It's not. He said it's not gonna happen, y'all. But that's the other thing too. Like I've talked about consistency on the show because my grandmother always told me don't start nothing you're not gonna keep up. It don't start
Mhm.
cooking every day if you know damn well you're not gonna be cooking every day. Start off how you plan to finish, and
Right.
so I think that's only fair. But consistency needs to be there, whether you inconsistently consistent.
That goddamn word.
All right, inconsistent. You can be inconsistently consistent, okay?
You see, I
But
start off just like that. I start off inconsistent. So you know this is what you're looking forward to.
um, good night. um, okay. What's my next question? Okay. Do you feel like, well, you talked about these podcast dudes, right? I feel like these podcast dudes have made black women the enemy. What in the hell is going on? Because it feels like we are being resented because we now have opportunities that we didn't have. Like it is a lot of hate going on out there about black women. Like what the hell?
I don't think black women do themselves any justice either by perpetuating these things these men are talking about too.
Wait,
Because
say that one more time. There was a little bit of an echo.
I said black women don't do themselves any type of justice because they kind of perpetuate what these guys are talking about too. Because they continue the cycle of yes, I want you to do this. My man has to make a certain amount of money when you ain't even got this shit your damn self. You know,
But it's not all women. It is
it's not
like
all. It's
there are a
not
lot
all.
of generalizations happening. It's a lot of generalizations. And I feel like when black men talk about black women, it is in such disdain now. There's no love. There's no love. There's no kindness, no gentleness, no softness.
It's the generation. I'm telling you because a lot of these men are tired of being taken advantage of because, like I said,
Mm.
we are traumatized by certain situations we've been in with some of these women, and we feel as if all of y'all are like that, which is not the
Mm.
case. You know what I mean? Like one thing I would say, I've met a couple of women, since I've been out here, and it's like, oh, you're not what I thought you would be. But then again, with age comes wisdom, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you start to feel someone out like, okay, this person has their own. They're willing to offer something instead of me. I got it. I got it. I got it. Oh, if
Mm-hmm.
once in a while, if a woman says no, I got it this time because you always take care of things. That is music to our ears, for real.
That she will always take care of things.
No, if a man's always taking care of things and that woman says, I got it this time,
Oh, okay.
you're always taking care of things.
Yeah. Okay, I mean that makes sense. So I don't think I asked this. So when you are dating, like you said, Thomas is not sending for no Uber, y'all. Okay, so sending
I
the
do none of
Uber
that
for you.
shit. So
So, but when you are dating, do you like feel there's a certain number of dates you pay for before a woman should pay, or do
I'm a
you
gentleman.
not expect a woman to pay?
I'm a gentleman. Let's just say three, four,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I probably speak for most men. We probably will continue to pay, but when you just do that little gesture and say, "No, I got it," and we be like, "No, no, no, it's okay," but in our minds, it's like, "Holy shit, she offered." That's
Yeah.
all we want.
Do the alligator arm, you know?
That's it. That's it. Like you
Just a little
make me feel good.
alligator
I know
arm
your
like
ass is lying, but make me feel good. You know?
okay. That makes sense. But then you have guys who are out here like, nah, you going half out the gate. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
come
what
on.
is this?
That's some corny shit. Any man that goes half with a woman on a date is you're corny.
Okay, so do you feel like okay, I'm paying for these dates, I automatically should
No, no.
okay.
Because now we're talking about modern day prostitution.
Well, this is what I was saying. Like, what is this? Why is money equals sex? Sex equals money. Why? That is prostitution as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah,
And I
it
had a
is.
conversation with a guy. He said, well, y'all feel entitled for our money, so we should be entitled to have sex with you. No, it's not the same.
Yeah, nah, and I
You
don't think
whatever happened to
again,
dowries and chivalry and
like I said, the guys that I know, they will take you out on dates. You know what I
yeah.
mean? But when they start to see they're being taken advantage of, that's when the situation switches up. But we're
Yeah.
not expecting sex just because we pay for some stuff. That nah,
Mhm.
we grown men out here. Nah.
Well, there are some grown men
Yeah,
out
I mean
here.
there's some. I don't know
Yeah.
about these southern dudes. I don't know
Oh,
how they do. I don't
does
know how they do.
Southern.
I ain't from here.
Well, shoot, y'all ruthless up there on the East Coast now. Shoot.
We tell it like it is.
Yeah, yeah. Someone said compromise is attractive at the beginning. You got Dollar Cent Life in the chat shouting you out. D Brooks, one bad apple spoils the bunch. Hey
Right.
Daniel, hey Star, Riri, walking into her, Robin, LC. Got to shout out my people that's in the chat. Okay, so
Shout out to Brooks.
wow.
Checking in.
Well, this is a this is a good conversation. So speaking about chivalry and all of that,
Hmm.
in your opinion, and this is a big question, how has the traditional concept or traditional gender roles of masculinity versus femininity been impacted by women's increasing desire or just their desire to be independent and successful?
The independency is killing y'all.
What?
It's killing black women straight up
Yeah.
because y'all. I'm not speaking about you. I'm speaking generally.
Mhm.
When you have your career, and this is one of the problems that black women have had in my dealings, right? Um, they put everything on hold. They put relationships on hold. They put having kids on hold because they want that job that's making such and such money. They want that status. They want that title. Then when they
Mhm.
hit the age of like 37, 38, now everything is a rush because you've been independent for so long, but you let all these good guys go by you because you wanted to get yourself established. Now, who says we can't do two things at once? You can't
Yeah.
date and go to school and go to work and all that shit? Come on.
Well, can you? I mean, I feel again we're almost crucified for wanting all of those things, and I feel like it's just not fair. I know for me, I'm a business owner and I have guys, oh, you working? Yeah, I'm working, but I also know how to balance when I'm
Right.
in a
Word.
relationship or if I have a partner. I know how to balance that. Yes, I can see you tonight. I'm not just going to be like, nah, I got to work every time. You
Right.
have to balance that. But I feel like a lot of women are crucified for being independent women because it was like, oh, well, you got your own money, then you pay. What? Where? How did this
What are
become
these men
that?
who are talking like that?
Well, there immature men out here, and so there are a lot of men, I'm sick of the conversation. Oh, these men are intimidated by you. That conversation is getting old. We are in
It's
2024 where women are, especially black women, are the number one business owners, starting businesses out here. So,
mhm.
like, get over it. Like, this is what we're doing. But at the same time, I know there's another set of women who are independent and they feel like they have the I don't need a man syndrome,
Okay, right.
but which we don't
I'll
need
see.
a man. We don't need. It's a nice to
Mhm.
have. Like
Mhm.
it, I'm
See, Joy. No,
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 no.
no.
I'm just saying.
No.
No one needs. Do we really need? We don't
Actually, we
need
do.
anything.
Adam
I
needed
think for
Eve.
me, I want a man. I want a companion. I want a partner. And I think a lot of the with independent women, I think that partnership has been taken away from us. It's like, well, you don't need us. And and when I say need in the sense of like
Define the word need.
when I say need, it's like we've been surviving independently, so that is not so it's not necessarily a need. It's not like I think people like to have companionship.
Of
I think you
course.
do better when you have a partner. But does that mean that you need someone? Do we need someone?
I'll put it like this, Joy. Two things.
Mhm.
The word independence. I think a lot of black women get too hyped up on that word because
I agree.
I don't need you. I pay my own bills. I
Yeah.
pay my all this other
I take
shit.
my own trash out. I no, I do need you to come take this trash out.
And as you said that, me as a man, I need a woman because I can't even put my goddamn cell phone case on because y'all got the sturdy hands. There's certain things y'all pay
And
attention
y'all
to.
can't think for
Y'all
yourselves
are
either.
detail oriented.
Yeah.
So I feel as if there's a lot of things that I need a woman for that I can't do myself because I can't sit here as an individual and say, I got this. No,
Yeah.
I don't.
Well,
I
you
don't.
can hire help.
Well, I pay for it if I got a lady that can do it.
Yeah, I get it,
You
but
know
I'm
what I
just saying,
mean?
like, I feel like women are like, well, I can hire, a maintenance man, a pool man, a chef, a trainer. This, you know
It
what I'm
sounds
saying?
like some lonely shit.
Well, it might
You gotta hire
be.
somebody to do everything.
It
That's some lonely
might be,
shit.
but you're getting your needs met.
That's some
So,
lonely
but
shit.
no, I get what you're saying, and trust me, I don't want to do life by myself. I don't. I want a partner to share these things with, but it just seems like things have become so difficult in dating, and I just, I feel like people complicate things for no reason. Like what and we're not honest about what we do need, what we do want, and things get so convoluted and then it just
Right.
becomes this tug of war. Like
Well,
why are we doing this?
I will say for 24, 25, women need to throw that word independency out the window because there's no need for it.
Yeah.
There's really no need for it because I mean a man is appeased just you having your own because we want a woman to have her own. We don't want a woman that's going to lean on us for everything.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Because I'm not your piggy bank. I'm not your daddy. I'm
Right.
not your uncle. I'm not
Hey,
paying for this
Thomas,
puss.
have you had women with daddy? A lot of women with daddy issues. Cause what's
I don't
happening?
know. They want to be taken care of like I'm their goddamn father. Like nah.
We going okay, Thomas. So Elsie says being an independent woman does not mean I don't want to be with a man. I would think a man would be glad that you don't have to buy your woman everything that she can do for herself. And then Robin says,
Absolutely.
don't men want women who bring something to the table and compliment them? I would think they do, right?
Oh, absolutely. That's what we're talking about here. Yeah.
So
But the word independency
but it's
is
seen as
just
such a bad thing, and it should not be.
well, it's been a bad stigma within the black community when it comes to women
Yeah.
because too many throw it out there, and then what follows the word is I got this, I do this, I do this, I do that. It's like okay, no.
Mm-hmm.
Independency just means I understand you take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, but you don't need to let us know what to throw it in our face that I don't need you to do this for me. I got it.
And I get that. And I don't yeah. I'm not that type of person. I mean, I think especially the older you get, I mean, you become more independent and you feel like I got it, and I think
Absolutely.
when you have like I'm a business owner, so I got a certain personality type.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm used to just being on, but for me actually when I'm home, I don't want to be on. I want somebody to take care of me. I want to just fall. I want to be in a soft life as they say. But
Your soft girl era.
I want to be in my soft girl era. Baby, yes. You want to go put gas in the car? Thank you. You want to wash the car? Great. Oil change? Yes, need that too. I don't think a lot of women actually want to do all these things by themselves, but we have been forced to do these things by ourselves because of just the trajectory of dating relationships. It's just not the same.
Yeah, and the music plays a big part in it too, for real. As
The
we talk
music,
about this,
I
I'm thinking
think
about
that's
that
affecting
Beyonce
the
song.
younger generations more so
Yeah,
than
I can't
our
stand them too.
generation.
I can't stand them. Oh,
And the music. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm gonna somebody said we're tired. Thank you, Daniel. LC said women hate the word submissive just like men don't like independent. Well,
yeah. I
yeah.
mean, that word submissive. I hosted a um a poetry show a couple of months ago, and we got on the topic. We were talking about submission, women
Mhm.
being submissive. I don't need a woman to be submissive to me. I don't. I
Yeah.
don't. I would say I'm not the general man of thinking that I need a woman to do X, Y, and Z for me to feel whole as a man because there's a lot of shit. And we're talking about independency.
Mhm.
I'm independent too. I've
Yeah.
been doing it myself. I can cook
Mhm.
my own food, take out my own trash. Like it would be nice to have a woman to help me out with some of these
Right.
things,
See, a
but
nice to have.
it's a nice to have. But
Nice to
I
have.
I don't need a woman that's submissive to my every need. I don't.
Yeah.
Because that just lets me know that I can walk all over you.
Mhm.
You're
Yeah.
gonna take I
And
don't want to like that. A woman with no backbone, I can't do it.
do you feel or believe today that men feel pressured to maintain a higher social status or
Yeah.
income level to attract women?
Hell no, no.
But you
Because
have
we're
so
gonna
many
move how we move.
posers out here, and then when you
No.
get
There's,
down
there's a
to it,
lot
you
of fake
like,
ass dudes out here.
yeah.
Yes.
And
But
it's like I tend to I run in well, I shouldn't say tend to attract because I don't attract posers, but I do find a lot of men that try to compete with me a lot. And I'm like, this is not a competition. If we're going to build, we're building together. We're not This is not a competition. But there
I
are
see it this
also a
way.
lot of men who are posers. Again, like we were talking about earlier, men doing all this stuff up front and then all of a sudden it stops because probably they ain't ran out of money and they can't do this consistently,
But see,
or
Joy, your situation is a little bit unique
yeah,
because you might meet men who have seen you in different lights.
right,
So they feel as if they gotta be a certain stature or a certain level to get
mm-hmm,
with you.
yeah,
But with
you
them not even knowing, that's not even what you're looking for.
exactly,
You understand what I'm saying? So men sometimes we conjure up things in our head like I gotta have this or I gotta drive this for that woman
mm-hmm,
to like me. But real dudes is like I'm in a Honda, she can fucking like it or not.
right,
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna still be a man and take you out on a date,
mm-hmm,
but I'm not gonna have the flyest watch or car or have the nicest crib just you know to show that I'm doing it for a woman. Do things for yourself that because
yeah,
you like it. You like it. That's what makes you happy.
mm-hmm,
That's how I've always lived my life.
yeah. Be happy, okay? And
Be happy with you.
someone is going to be happy with your happy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think,
Yeah.
but that's the other thing about it too. Like people just need to be freaking honest. Like if you want to be a whore out here in the streets,
I'm not gonna
somebody
tell
is
you
going
I'm being a
some
whore. I'm not gonna tell you. I'm
I'd
not.
rather somebody just be honest and say, "Listen, I have
You
multiple
like
sex
that?
partners." Yes, I listen.
Nah, man. Women ain't really like that shit.
See, but that's what you all think. And I keep trying to tell y'all, men, that
Y'all hate
women
me.
do want honesty. It may be painful to hear, but we do want to hear it.
Okay.
I'd rather take the blow right now than find out later that you sleeping with five women. I don't want
Why why take myself out the game with you by
but
being
see
honest and it can go
that
either
is
way? I
you
don't
all
know that.
making that decision for us. That is not us saying we
I'm gonna make
don't
that
want
decision for
honesty.
you.
Not, right. You making that decision for me by not telling me. That's deceitful.
Man, you never tell a woman no shit like that.
Well, you know what? And this is here we are. Here we are. And people are not honest. And so it's because you want an elf on the shelf me and her and her and her too. And people are not honest. Like I feel like there's someone who's okay with that because maybe they out there, and I wouldn't say just you're whoring, but you're keeping your options open. Everybody's keeping their
Okay,
options open when they're dating. However, don't lead a woman to believe that she's the only one you're dating.
two
And
things. I'll let you finish. Go ahead.
go, but
I have something to say to that.
okay,
Okay,
but I'm just saying it's not fair, especially if you know a woman is intentional. It is important to be honest with her. It's like men would rather, well, but I want to keep her, in the lineup. But
right.
yeah, but you don't want to be serious with me. So
But
take
you
me
know
out the
why?
game, coach.
It's not even about not trying to be serious with you, right? Why is it okay for a woman to tell a man she's seeing other people, two, three other guys, and we be okay with that and say, okay, I understand you dating, but deep down inside, we're not okay with that.
Of course
But
not.
but we should be okay by telling you like, hey, I'm sleeping, I'm seeing five other women, and y'all gonna be cool with that?
Why
No, y'all
not?
taking us out the game. You taking us out the game
That may
immediately.
just be someone you're not having sex with. But you have to give someone the option to make a choice. I feel like taking the choice away from her, away from a woman, away from someone is deceitful. Like I just,
This
if
role
you're
play.
willing to have a conversation, it's what.
This role play, real quick. Just give the people a little something.
What?
Okay, you and I are dating, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I say, hey, I really like you. I've enjoyed the time we spent together, but I'm going to be honest with you. I'm seeing about four or five other people. What's your thoughts on that? I'm just being open and honest with you, just to see if you're okay with that. I'm trying to figure out what's right for me. What's your thoughts on that?
I appreciate your honesty. Just know that this will not be a sexual thing for us until you weed down your options and
So I,
decide that you want to be exclusive. But I'm
you see
also
right
seeing
there,
other
I
people.
talk myself out the box.
No, 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 you didn't. I said you talked yourself out the sex box, but you didn't talk yourself out the
That's the
box.
box.
Yeah, but if
That's
you
the
sleeping
box.
with, how many people do you
That's
need
the
to sleep
box.
with? How many people, how many coochies do you need? God damn. So that's my point. Like, it's just, I feel like it's like a little kid in a cookie jar. Like, you just want all the cookies. And I'm just like, hey, if that's what you want to do, but I'm not about to be one of them cookies. You know what I'm saying?
So
So, but again, you might have eliminated yourself from sex, but I'm still willing to hang out with you. I'm like, okay, that's cool. I'm actually dating as well. But when I have a sex conversation with someone, I'm not entertaining someone who is sleeping. We're sleeping together. I'm not entertaining multiple sex partners. I just don't do that. There are other
okay,
people
go
who are out here, slinging the syphilis and everything else around. That ain't me.
go
But
ahead on it. Go ahead. But okay, so going back to what you said, right? You
yeah.
said something to the point of men expect sex because they take you out, whatever the case might be, right?
Hmm.
So it's okay for me to tell you that I'm seeing three, four other women, but you say, okay, I'm fine with that, but you're not getting no cookies, right? But I can continue to take you out and spend money on you,
It shouldn't it be about getting to know me?
right? I'm
So you
continuing to
said it
take you
wasn't
out.
about sex, so shouldn't it be
It's
about
not
getting to
about
know
sex,
me?
but damn, like, I mean, it's a topsy turvy situation.
Nah, it
Then.
ain't topsy turvy. It's you trying to have
Yeah,
everything you want. See, y'all, see, this is how men
because
be
okay,
thinking. Y'all better
now
be careful with your coochie.
we're seeing each other. I like you, yes, but I'm seeing other one, but I really like you, and I might want to kiss on your neck a little bit, and you can be like, no, you got five other bitches.
I mean, listen, do you know how
Hmm.
many diseases and things are going around out
How
here?
far can
You
I
got to
go?
be real safe out here in these streets. So for me, it is a matter of protecting my physical health.
And
And
I understand.
I just think it's fair. I just think it's fair. And also, too, it's fair because from an emotional standpoint, right? You're hanging out with this woman for 6 months and she starts catching feelings. You start catching feelings and you haven't weeded down your list yet. Where does that leave her? And so I just feel like these conversations just need to be had. And someone said in the chat, Um, we'll accept more if you're honest. Laura said that. LC said, I appreciate honesty over lying. I may
That
not
shit.
like it, but I will respect you more for telling the truth. Um, and so LC said, so men would rather lie and mislead you to get sex.
Not
And
lie.
then,
Not
what
lie.
it is, what,
Just not tell the whole truth.
isn't that a lie?
No, it's just
Y'all
omitting.
see, see
We've all
y'all.
been in court, it's
This is
omitting.
in the mind of a
Fellas,
man.
I'm telling y'all this. Don't tell these women out here you're seeing 4 or 5 other women because they're not going for it. That's the truth of the matter. Unless she's one of those.
So there's a guy in the chat, Daniel. He said, "If seeing someone else, we can't talk. It should be me and you only." And
You see what I'm saying?
that's a man saying that. But see, I'm saying what I'm saying, and this is I'm glad we're having this conversation because y'all really be making us feel like we the crazy ones for feeling the way we feel about these things. But you really think like men really think we don't want to hear the truth. Like I want to hear the truth because you're taking that decision making away from me, and that's not fair. Okay, and the thing is, okay, you lose me, but you're gonna replace me with somebody else.
Okay, so I had a situation
And I
like
forgot
this,
to
right?
tell y'all what I was drinking. I'm drinking an Old Vine Malbec tonight. Okay, all right.
Yeah,
Anyway, go back to where you
the glass looks good. So as we're talking about this, I had a situation like this where I was talking to a young lady
went.
and she kept it open and honest with me and said, "Hey, listen, you know, there's somebody else that I've been talking to, and he invited me on a trip somewhere." I said, "I said, oh, okay." So she said, "We're not really like that. We just seeing each other. You know, we fly places sometimes. Yada yada yada." In my mind, the man's mind, you're going to wherever you're going on whatever island, you're getting smutted out all weekend. That's all I can imagine.
Not smut it out.
Because I'm looking at your Instagram story, you're showing the views and all this, you're not
But
showing the
it's
guy.
your ego.
I know you're getting smarted out. So she came back from her trip. She
Mm-hmm.
hit me up a couple of times, and I didn't want to talk to her. I kept putting her, and
Mm-mm-mm.
I told her, I said, "Hey, listen, you're a nice girl and all, but I don't think this is gonna work." And we finally had a conversation months later. She tells me, "You know, you really hurt my feelings because I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't, because I was trying to be honest with you and put everything out there by
Mm-hmm.
telling you about this other person that I was seeing, but it kind of backfired on me." And I understood what she was saying. We still ain't trying to hear that shit. You was
But
getting smart out.
y'all want to date multiple people, and like Robin said in the chat, she said we already know you're seeing other people when you're not consistent. Thank you for that, Robin. So just be honest and give women the
That's a
choice.
lie.
No, no, that's a whole other episode. But
Robin, I like
so
my couch.
so
I be on
just
my
be
couch.
so just be honest and give women the choice to be apart or not. And then Elsie said, so if a woman led you to think you were her only one, and then you found out you weren't, how would you feel? And so you just talked about that, how you would feel. Jennifer said, grown people should not be friends with benefits. I want my pocketbook to be protected. So,
What?
but even outside of this, so to my point, you didn't like the way they feel, but I feel with men, it's their ego. You only concerned about ego. You wondering what's
Absolutely.
he doing for
I'm a
you?
man.
What I feel like women are less sensitive when it comes to that. Which men, again, if y'all were honest, you would be surprised in the responses that you would get from women if you were
Let's
just
put
honest. So I've had guys tell me, I'm dating multiple people, especially if I meet them on a dating app. It's obvious. I know
okay.
you. I know you. I'm not the only
Let's
person
see.
that you going
Right.
out on dates with. Like, come on, let's be for
Right.
real. Even if it's not on a dating app, in the real world, you're still
Right.
dating multiple people. If you ain't married, you're dating multiple people, and then
Okay.
it
Right.
has to get to a certain point for me and you to decide if we're going to be exclusive. You know,
Let's put the
so
shoes on the other foot though.
what?
Let's put the shoes on the other foot.
Yeah, okay.
I tell you that. Hey, I like you, but this is other girl that I'm seeing, and I'm taking a trip with her to Tahiti.
Have fun.
And I come back, I call you. Hey, how was your week?
Did you have a nice trip? Because
She
there
already
are
like
things,
you already throwing a
if
jab. Did
we're
you have a
not
nice
if
trip?
we're no, here's the thing. If we're not in a relationship, I cannot make certain demands out of you. If you're honest with me, I have to make a choice. Do I want to continue to date you? If you taking, first of all, why you ain't taking me on a trip? But even outside of that, it's I have to respect your honesty. But what I'm not going to do is have these expectations. So as I asked earlier, do you feel like people have unrealistic expectations? We are expecting husband behavior and wife behavior from people who
Mm,
we are not even in a relationship with. We
absolutely.
cannot make demands on people that we are not exclusive with. So I
Absolutely.
can't make those demands. So this is why I say I would not feel offended if you told me you were dating multiple people. If we 6 months in and you still dating five people, then we got a real problem. Because what are we doing? We're not teenagers, and you got to make some decisions. This
Six
is
months is too
not
soon to make a decision.
make
I
a
need at least
decision.
a year. I need at least a year.
What?
Yeah.
This is we are not in our 20s, Thomas.
I need.
You do
Listen,
not
I am
need
a
a
very
year, boy.
strategic,
I'm. You know what? I'm
analytical
gonna throw.
person.
Ooh, if we could throw
I need
shit
a
through
year.
the
I need a
screen.
year before I say, hey, listen, we've been dating for a year. I think we should, make this official.
And this is why we're tired. Because y'all be playing. Okay, let's see. Because the chat is they not feeling this. Okay, so
Of course they're not. I'm feeling
okay,
good.
so D Brooks said, I don't want to hear about a woman's dealings and sex life. Anyone who has or had you before me is too many. Daniel said, when did it become cool to see other people? Relationships should be me and you. Relationships, yes, Daniel, but
Yes.
in the dating phase, I mean, you're dating multiple people.
Right.
Sheree said, until we've had that talk about being exclusive, I'm single till I'm married. Exactly. Doesn't mean I'm
Nah.
sleeping around. Doesn't mean that you're sleeping around. It just means I'm getting to know people, which I think is okay. And so that was to my point earlier. I would still date you, but I'm not about to be number five on the
But I
on.
can't touch you. You can date me and I spend money
You
and all, but
could
I can't
touch
touch you.
me, but you ain't go get the kitty cat.
You're expecting dates and all that. Like, hey, let's go to the
We can
movies.
go
Hey,
to the
let's
park.
go.
We could go to the
Raheem
movies.
Raheem
We could
Devon's
go.
in town. Let's go.
You know what? Well, you take number one and number two then, okay? Um, LC said, how about if someone is really into you and wants you, they will end things with the other people. If you are still shopping, then why would I give you my all? Absolutely. And that's what I was
I can
saying.
do
Like
that.
at
I
some
can do that.
point you gotta cut the ties with the other people.
I
Tina
need that.
Right. Tina said, we'd rather walk away if need be. Please be honest if you're not being serious with me. I'm sure you would rather have the same done to you. It's called maturity. Cherie said, laughing out loud at a year, not all the seasons. When you know,
Listen,
you know. When you know, Thomas, and you
there's
out
too
here
many goddamn
playing.
women in this chat. I need some of these fellas to come here and back me
Where
up because y'all
they at?
know. See, y'all say all this shit in group chats, but when you're on the platform, you don't want to talk about it because you
They
think you
are
might talk
talking
to
about
somebody.
they in the chat. They saying it
That's a
in the
lot of
chat.
women. That's just women talking.
Well, where the men at, Thomas? Where the men at?
I
Okay,
told him to
so
come in and back
did you
me
tell
up.
the men to call in? Did you tell them to call? Did you tell them to call
I didn't even say about a
713
phone.
3960277? Tell your boys to call in. So Cherie said walking around the lake is free 99. It's all about the company, not the activity. Exactly.
I
You
respect
can
that,
create
and I
free.
like that.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Go to the park. It don't have to be, if you're really trying to get to know me, then that's what we go do. Get to know each other. It doesn't have to be all these paid dates and experiences. Um,
I got a
Tina,
question
okay. Tina
before you
said
read
men
one
can
more.
do it, but let a woman do it. All hell breaks loose. And D Brooks said, "Let's be real. Women also knows who's next up if their current guy fails. I mean, everybody got
Oh,
a back.
that's 1,000%.
Everybody got a backup plan.
Look at you. Look at you.
Well, look at me. What?
I can continue to take you out and go see Raheem Devon, but I'm not getting nothing. But the other guy might be.
But you said it wasn't about sex.
But because I already know there's somebody in the background, somebody that you're going to
But you
to
got somebody in
combo
the
with.
background too.
It's a game. It's
See?
all a game.
But this is what I'm saying. And it's like you're playing Russian roulette and it's like, listen, why does it have to be so calculated? If you like somebody, spend time with them. Go on a date with them. But I just feel like I'm just not interested in sex with multiple partners. That's the thing for me.
Okay, that's understandable.
That is just not my stilo. But dating other people, I think that you have to get to know people to start weeding folks out, because you putting
Absolutely.
all your eggs in one basket, you can do that. But I think that, I think everybody got somebody in the hanging in the wings. They may not be on the same level as the person that you're talking to, but
Right.
if you are not married, like someone said, if you are single, I'm single till I'm married, and if we're going to have a
I don't agree with
conversation,
that statement right there. I'm single till I'm married.
well,
Like, so okay, so if you're in a
when you're in
relationship,
a
you still single?
relationship, I believe when you're in a relationship, that is exclusive. Okay, that's a non-negotiable. Like, we in a relationship, we go together, then that's what it is. So I think, but I think, it's until you get to the relationship phase, you have to get to know each other. You
Right.
telling your boys to call in, because I ain't got no callers.
Yes, I'm actually about to give them the number right now. They
Seven
texted me.
one three 396 0277. And ladies, y'all could call in too, because Tom is just mad.
I need to talk to some of y'all because some of y'all are saying some shit
Tom
that's
is
not
just
sitting right with
mad.
us.
Here's the number, y'all. Wait a minute. Let me give you the number. Wait a minute. 713-396-0277. Okay, if y'all want to, talk to Thomas and me tonight.
And
Let
I
me know the
got
deal.
answers.
Your boys ain't in the chat.
Another one.
Dollar Cent Life said, I'm not doing no extra shit in the name of lust. Cherie said, exactly. Dating and a relationship is completely different. Robin said, at some point, make a decision and stop playing games. And the man doesn't have to pay every time, as you're getting to know each other and dating with
Thank you, Robin.
intention.
Appreciate you, Robin.
Well, I thought we already established that earlier.
Yeah, but some women don't feel that way.
We talked about those women earlier. Okay, we have a caller. Okay, hello.
Hey, Joy, it's Sharice.
Hey, Cherise, my boo boo.
How are you?
I'm
I'm cool
good.
here too, Sharice. How you doing, Sharice?
I'm good. You've had made some interesting points, sir.
Okay, let's talk about it.
First off, I feel like you're confusing dating and relationships. Like, they're completely different.
Very
Because
true.
dating is like, it's like when you go to the store and you're like, you know what, I'm looking for a new black dress, but there's a lot of different black dresses, but you don't know which one's going to look great on you necessarily. So you have to try them on. That's what dating is. And then once you've made that commitment, like, this is the dress, I love this looks great on me, then you purchase it. That's a relationship. Like, we are in this together. Like, I feel like you're confusing the two, and I feel like it's okay to date because you don't know what you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what you like until you know what I mean. It's like, I want somebody who's funny and someone who values God and actually goes out and votes and stuff like that. But I don't know that unless I start talking to different people, and I'm like,
Yeah.
or
So,
actually,
Sharice,
I do like this.
how many guys you talking to right now?
Actually, right now, I am not talking to anyone. I am in a space of just focusing on my career.
Your independency,
But
right?
before, you said what?
Your independency. You focusing on your independency?
No, I'm actually just focusing. I want to be at a place in my career, and I feel like when the right opportunity happens, like, I'm open to it.
Okay.
But guys also do not approach me. I feel like I'm always having to make the first move. Like, I saw a guy in the gym, and I was like, you know what, you have a really nice smile. And he was like, oh my God, thank you. We started talking, exchanged numbers, but I feel like I have
Okay.
to do a lot of the work.
So you said some things here. Let's harp on. Let's try to help you out. Don't approach men in the gym, or don't talk to men in the gym because just don't do it.
Well, this is not an everyday occurrence now. This is just like, this was a once, this man had a really nice smile. And I said, you know what? It's compliments are free. I'm going to keep it moving.
Okay.
And I'm not going up
Okay.
to everybody now.
Why do you feel as if men don't approach you?
Well, one of my homeboys said because I always look married, because I just am not,
You
I
look
guess I'm not
married?
giving out the signals of like I'm single and available. I don't know. I always hear guys are like, oh, you look like you're already in a relationship. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what that means, but okay.
Yeah, what does that even look like?
Right. I don't know what that looks like either.
I
Okay,
listen.
so
If
Sharice,
I
I'll tell you
knew,
this.
I
I'll tell
would
you this.
switch it up.
I'll tell you this. A lot of men are very a lot of men don't know how to talk to women. Let's just go there
Well, I think they're
because they
probably just intimidated. But
yeah, intimidation equals not knowing the right things to say to a woman or the first things to say to a woman. So sometimes we men we live in our shiny we like to show off our shiny objects because we think it's going to attract that woman. So when you're in a place like, let's just say, the gym, you don't have that shiny object to show besides your muscles. This is when you should be able to have a conversation with that woman, but a lot of men don't even know how to do that. So it's intimidation in the sense of, I don't know what you look like, or they just feel as if you're not their type, or they might not be the type that you go for. So it could be that I really don't have an answer for you on that
yeah, and then
Men
to
be
just
acting
answer Claude in the
scary out
chat,
here.
I'm not lying, sir. But I saw what you wrote in the chat, sir.
Claude. It's Claude said she lying to Glon.
Hmm.
Yeah. Um,
one. What she
but
lying about, Claude?
right about men approaching. But I mean, I experienced the same thing that Sharice has said, and Sharice is a beautiful girl as well, beautiful woman as well. And so, like, men be acting scary. People be acting scary out
They
here,
do. They do.
and it. But I heard this guy tell me he something you said earlier. Men are traumatized and they're tired of being rejected. But does that mean that again we change the gender roles? Because
No.
now so now
Hmm.
we gotta approach men too, you know.
No. So, okay, let's touch on that. Okay, me being in the South, right? One thing I
Thank
noticed
you,
that a lot of women.
Cherise.
Thank you, Cherie. Thank you, Paul.
Bye.
Okay, bye bye.
One thing I notice about, just traveling throughout the South, whether if I'm in Atlanta, if I'm in Florida, women are very bold. Women will approach. Up north, they don't do that at all.
Mhm.
At all. That's like a definite no-no. If you like me, you interested, you come and talk to me. So for us, when we see a woman come and approach us, it's like, oh shit, you talking to me? I
Mhm.
wasn't expecting that. So it's a little bit of flattery on our part, right? So as far as men not approaching a woman, I think it's just flat out men don't know what to say.
But see, and it's like you may not know what to say. Just say you don't know what to say. you know, like I think there's
How's that gonna work?
just I saw you. You obviously you're beautiful. Something. Hello, hello to start. Like hello. Use
That's
your
a starter.
words. That's a start, right? I think you have to start somewhere. Like it just there has been, and I say this all the time. I think COVID like just ruined people's social skills as well
Yeah,
because
yeah.
people don't know how to communicate anymore. They don't know how to talk. And Laura, yes, he is a teddy bear. Laura said, "I know Thomas. He's a teddy bear. he is."
Who's
Um,
Laura? You know me. I'm a teddy bear.
she said you a teddy bear. Laura Guzman. You know Laura Guzman.
Oh, shout out to Laura from the Men's Lounge show.
And she also said men assume that if we date multiple people, we're sleeping with them because
We
that's what
do.
they're doing. But see,
We
y'all
do.
don't like it when we might be doing it, but y'all, it's okay if you all do it.
We just don't have to
Um,
tell you.
it's the double standards for me, and so I think, hey, Ebony, and so it's the double standards. So I think kind of back to what we were saying about men approaching women, this also makes it difficult because I will literally go out and it will be men, and I know I'm cute. I don't think I give off the resting Bish face. I think I'm
No,
approachable, and but it's just changed.
a lot of men lack confidence, Joy,
And see, I
because
don't.
they
That's not the man for me though. I need a
yeah, because
confident
they'll
man.
be online and hitting you with everything because they're not seeing you, they're typing. But
Right.
when they're face to face, it's a complete different story, and it's a lack of confidence because some men don't think as if she's not gonna like me, in
Well,
which
that's not the
you
man for
never
me.
know. Shoot your shot. When I started my dating career,
When you were two. When you were
I
two.
was actually I was actually four.
I
You
believe it.
know, 90% of the shots you take, you're not gonna make them.
Yeah.
But you got to keep going, and that builds confidence because you not all women are all women are not the same.
Mhm.
Because there's certain things you might say to a woman, she's not gonna like it, but be yourself.
Yeah, that's what I've
Yeah,
been talking about. Honesty, but y'all don't want to be honest though, cuz no, I want to keep you in the lineup, you know.
I'm not gonna
Um
be.
and then D Brooks says some women don't know how to reject men without hurting a man's ego. I don't think there's really, even if you said no, I'm good, or if you lie and say I got a man, there's
Take
no
that on the
easy
chin.
way really to let them down
Yeah,
gently. You still gonna
take
feel
that.
rejected. You still gonna feel
Take that on
rejected.
the
You
chin.
still gonna feel hurt. I mean, I get
Rejection
it.
builds character.
Yeah. Claude said, I learned from older women when I was 16. Women will put themselves in a position to be approached. Yeah.
Nigga, you sound like you was raped at
Oh,
16. You mean older women.
Thomas.
Like, what the fuck?
Cut. Cut. No. Shut up.
What are you doing with an older
Okay,
woman at 16?
we gonna move to our rapid fire. Your boys that had your back tonight, Thomas. They didn't call in.
But they won't be on my phone though.
Okay, we're gonna move to our rapid fire. We gonna get Thomas off here because he talking too much. Okay. All right. Basketball or football
To play or watch
to watch.
football.
Okay. Dining in or dining out.
Save my coins. Come over the crib.
Okay. Tubi or Netflix.
I don't fuck with Tubi no more. They're owned by Rupert Murdoch.
Okay. Island vacation or something adventurous.
Island vacation.
Steak or chicken.
I'm on my healthy shit now, so chicken.
All right. I mean, steak is not bad. You get all your iron and all of
Too
that from
much of it
steak.
is bad.
Okay, early bird or night owl?
Night owl.
Talking or texting?
I'd rather talk.
Sleeping in the nude or PJs?
Sleeping in the nude, you gonna feel something.
It, is that your answer? Okay.
PJs. I'm saving you.
New York or Chicago? And you better answer this the right way. I'm gonna cut this conversation off immediately.
I'm an East Coast guy, so I gotta go with the city.
Cut off.
It's only 3 hour drive, 2.5 hours from
Whatever.
Boston.
Boo. R
So
and
I love the shot.
B, R&B or rap?
Oh, come on, you already know R&B all day.
Okay. All right. Woo, y'all. Listen, what a conversation. Where can the people find you on Instagram, Mayor Thomas?
You can find me at my personal Instagram at I'm with Mayor, which is the letter IAMWITMAYOR. You can follow my Instagram page for the Mayor's Lounge Show. Just as it's spelled, the Mayor's Lounge Show.
Say that one more time. We had a little bit of an echo.
The Mayor's Lounge Show, and I'm with Mayor.
The
WIT.
Mayor's Lounge Show. That's where you can find Thomas. When are you all back in season?
We're trying to figure it out. I'm doing this whole bi-coastal thing, so I'm trying to figure it out. Shout out to my Mayor's Lounge cast, Laura sells Boston, and Jess, my homegirl Jess, the
Love
therapist.
it. Well, this was a good conversation. Woo. Listen. Wow, ladies, we this is why we are having a hard time out here. You got
Don't
the
blame me.
real. You got the real from Thomas, and I appreciate the honesty. I think we need to have more conversations like this because y'all really be making it seem like we the ones that are delulu when y'all ain't got the salulu. Okay,
We got it. We just ain't trying to tell.
you ain't got the salulu. Okay, and making it seem like we the problem. Y'all the problem. So love y'all. I'll see y'all back here next week. Thomas has stressed me out. I'm gonna have to drink the bottle of wine tonight. So
Thank you
keep
for
hope
having me.
alive is all I
Appreciate
can
it.
say. Keep hope alive. And thank you, Thomas, for being here. I appreciate your
Appreciate you having me.
honesty and candor. And this was
I need to come back. I need a part two.
woo. Y'all buckle your seatbelts for part 2. All right, everybody. See y'all next week.